Hi, I'm Michelle Winckle. I'm Daniel's business partner and Hayes Winckle agent. I just want to talk about how I started in real estate. When I started, I worked for 7 months on my own and I thought I could be a real estate agent and jumped into it. Worked really hard, but I had extreme difficulty closing. I was getting leads, but I wasn't able to close them, and I was quite nervous about getting the deals done. So I made a huge decision to take a step back and went to work as Daniel Hayes' PA for a year. And it was tough. I thought it was going to be easier, but it was a lot tougher. I just used to listen, used to absorb a lot of what Daniel did and followed a lot of what Daniel did with his marketing. So that year was all about investing in my own business, investing behind myself, as well as working alongside Daniel. So Daniel continued to market me alongside him. And the first year I went out on my own, I wrote almost 700,000, and the second year I was $1 million performer. So that was my third year in real estate. So for me, taking the step back was definitely the best thing I ever did, because that's what made me grow. And that was purely by hanging out with Daniel, because he had more leads, he had all the connections, and I could sit and absorb and watch. I think we did nearly over 100 transactions that year, and Daniel was the lead agent in the state for Ray White Victoria in that year, and I was the #1 PA for the state that year. So we were a very good team. Taking the step back as such a big company that we were, or such a huge brand at the time, we were the #1 office for Ray White Victoria, and making the decision to step backwards and be Hayes Winckle agent was enormous, because we're at the top of the ladder. So then we had to go back to the bottom again, and it was a lot like the very first start, early days in my career. But Daniel, with the marketing know-how and the never give in attitude, and myself with all the connections that I'd built up, Daniel was able to step into that marketing role and that leadership role and the business development role, and I could keep the business ticking over with the sales and the connection and the networks that I'd formed. So that worked really well, and I think that was really the key thing. I think trying to do both can be impossible, because I've tried to step in when Daniel's been away and do his job and my job, and I find that those two can conflict, and it's very difficult. So I think one of the things that Daniel has really nutted out really well is that if he focuses on growing the business and builds the team around him, everything falls into place, and we've skyrocketed from there, opening our second office in the next week. So it's at times it's been a nightmare working with Daniel, because he's very out there and I think passionate, which I can be too, which means that we can butt heads at times, because ultimately we both want the same thing. We both want the business to grow, and look, failure is not an option. It's not a word that we use. It's we won't have it in our office. There is no such thing. We are not going to fail. And I think that attitude that Daniel's instilled in all of us has what's really helps the company to grow. It's just always, we're going to win, and we're going to be successful no matter what. They can't pull us down. They've tried so many times. At times it's been like underbelly around, with our other office, our franchise, our main competitors opening up next door, best mates that have left to open up offices. It hasn't been easy, and really had to learn about rejection, and also learn that in business it's business, and that's what it is. So I think all the setbacks are what help you grow into a better owner, or business owner, and makes a better business. So we're flying now, and I think it's been amazing working alongside Daniel. I'm really glad that we're in partnership together, and I think Hayes Winckle's got a long way to go, and yeah, it's only going to be to the very top. Thanks, bye.